Hello, rebels, and welcome back to the Colonelcast, where we are fighting the power with our elite hacksaw skills. With me today is hacking Florian.
Yeah, man, I've been spying on your fridge. I know you've eaten way too much, but not enough protein. You know, we gotta make sure that we're a good rebelling family. You know, in these trying times.
Yeah, too much bread, not enough eggs.
Yeah.
And also here is the leadest of them all, E-Rich.
That's right. I'm coming to you from my the Zoom screen where I'm looking things up and telling drones to be redirected to nuke Florian. So Florian, look out for that.
Oh
well,
no!
It's fine because I'm actually in your basement. You just don't know it yet.
Shit.
Ooh.
You're gonna nuke yourself.
He bounced his signal. You have no idea where he is.
Yeah, all these VPN ads, they finally paid off. You know.
He's using Amazon Prime to send the payload. Oh, so
yeah, you guys thinking we're
quick? I need you to join Amazon Prime. Now I need you to order a flash drive.
I need you to place an order to activate the drone. Pay Jeff Bezos $20 right now. The fate of the world depends on it.
How insane this movie is!
It's so funny. I'm glad they listen.
Yeah,
okay,
we're not making fun of it. This is actually in the movie, you guys. You won't believe us.
Know.
Yeah, that's a key scene toward the climax of the film. Yeah, but this is.
I mean, that drone sequence was actually pretty good, so it was fine.
I don't know about if anything in this is what I'd call pretty good.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow, negative purple. Okay, but we know that E-Rich loves actually purple as well. You both act like, oh, it's so cool when a movie's just as bad as it can possibly be. That's when it's really fun. So here you go. Eat up the slop that you've decided. You know. Tell me if you've managed to enjoy this on the room level of entertainment, huh?
I mean, yeah, I think it's right up there with those, with the room.
Wow, it's just right up there with the room, is it?
With Birdemic.
You're gonna have movie night with the room, Birdemic, and War of the Worlds. You know.
Yeah, War of the Worlds starring Ice Cube. Like just that description alone is just
that
such a good
him?
thing to.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, that's Ice Cube. I don't know what I don't know if I'm old enough to know what Ice Cube did. Is he?
I didn't
a
know
rapper?
that a person named Ice Cube would be a middle-aged man, maybe a little older than middle-aged. Is he gray in this movie?
I think he's probably like 50 or 60.
Wow, that is not the kind of name that you would have at that age.
I mean,
Ice Cube.
He is 56. You know, he's had a long career of all sorts of stuff. You know, he's done rapping,
allegedly.
Acting, film producing.
He's done rapping.
He's done rapping. Yeah.
He's a writer.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He's wrote several movies. You know. Oh, he was Superfly in the Ninja Turtles animated thing from two years ago. That was pretty fun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a real. He has a long and like a career in film longer than I've been alive. He is a Renaissance man. Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm wrong, huh? I guess I didn't realize how important he was to popular culture. Damn.
I guess not. I don't know. But yeah, he's this film is about Ice Cube. For people who didn't watch it, which you should go watch it. It's short, you know, but it's about Ice Cube. He's an NSA worker or whatever, DHS, and he's spying on his family and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then the War of the Worlds happens. Yeah, his wife has died, and he's memorialized her Facebook page, and he listens to her tell him to take out the garbage every day.
Yeah, the last message she sent.
Yeah, and that leads to a pretty great scene later on too.
Just like
everything being deleted.
Yeah. It's like Jesse from Breaking Bad, you know? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
He even has that scene where finally the number has been removed and he can't keep leaving messages on her voicemail after she's died. Wow.
Yeah, I just of course, like later into the movie, it's revealed that the aliens are they're here to steal our data, and there's lots of scenes where they're talking about how the military has lost all their data and can no longer function. And so the world's about to be taken over and stuff. And they eat all of the data on the internet, including Ice Cube's wife's Facebook page, and it's very sad to see her
Somehow
disappear.
in the end, they get all the websites back, even though I would think that, like, where did you store that so the aliens didn't get to it? You know, those websites would be gone forever. We'd be seeing a new Deadwood full of fresh internet pages popping up, you know, trying to get in on the gold rush.
I mean, they seem to think that the internet works like a big hose. You know, if you drink all the water out of the big hose, then it's just gone, or something. Which I don't understand why or how that works, but.
Well, I guess I assume that the aliens actually work on a principle of data is more valuable if you delete it, so they take all the data and delete it. You know, they don't leave a copy there for us to enjoy.
I guess so.
That's apparently how they do it. Because if everyone has the same data, then that data is worthless. So they gotta delete everyone's data.
Maybe, but they keep describing it as like the data's being eaten and stuff, and it's like I don't
Actually,
I don't get it.
I mean that's just what I described to you now. Is that the data is being eaten by the aliens? Yes.
Yeah, but like there's no limit on how much data you can have, though. I just don't.
I just told you, if everyone has the same data, then that data is worthless. Scarcity is the issue. You gotta.
No, but it's not. But that's not how it works. They say that they eat the data and then they can't use their GPS anymore, and all the helicopters fall out of the sky, though. So like, it's not like they're not like devaluing the world's financial systems through destabilizing the tech companies or whatever. They're like they're just eating the data.
Finances. The data itself, like a secret is valuable if you're the only one who knows it. If everyone knows it, it's worthless.
Yeah, but that's not something that's in the movie, though. They say at one point that the aliens ate all the stock market and everyone's poor now. That's the level that they're operating on.
I mean, if everyone's got their money in the bank, then they would all be poor.
You know, you can't just eat the whole stock market, though. It doesn't make sense for it to just go away. I don't.
Dude, if you buy a stock and then the data is lost and nobody knows that you bought that stock, then yeah, I guess that's gone now.
I mean,
and that means that all the stocks are now worthless. So yeah, that actually would be how it works.
I don't know. I don't buy it. I feel like it's a very silly premise that I don't know if it's yeah.
I just think that there are, like, while aliens are invading, there are more important and more pressing things to worry about than losing all of our data. I understand that you would lose some ability to like counteract them or fight them or whatever, but also we have eyes. We can see where the aliens are, and we have weapons. So,
I mean, pretty sure all these weapons in the movie are like very tech dependent, right? We see the planes get shot out of the air, like. If all they
we already have worries about EMP as a problem, so there's got to be ways that we've like gotten around that as an issue.
Did you not know that EMP is not real? In fact,
yeah, but it's still like a worry. It's still a concern that we have.
Well, very very lightly, but like
all kinds of mass blackouts and stuff.
EMP is what happens if a nuke goes off. Like you worry about the nuke, not the EMP.
Like, they can both be no good. You know?
Those are both interesting issues that probably like the U.S. Army would want to look into, both of them.
I guess.
We know that they have war games in case of a nuke being launched and activated on U.S. soil. So why would they not think about the repercussions of EMP also being an issue?
Like they were already fighting a war with the aliens, and they were. Winning, and then all the gear is
like disappearing and then reappearing, and we didn't have a good way of like tracking where they were and then telling people where they were in real time, I would understand that being an issue. But like all of the aliens that landed and started attacking were still there, and we're still attacking the same places.
Yeah.
So you really don't have much need to like recommunicate where they are. They're still there. They're still sucking our data centers.
And they're just like big tripods and stuff, and we see like all the world's militaries, they come together and fight together and stuff in about, I think, 20 minutes after the movie starts. And they but they're winning, you know, like because, you know, if you just shoot a bunch of tank shots at one of these tripods, they're just gonna like fall down and break eventually. So they're winning pretty well, but then they say that the aliens got all their data, and then immediately it cuts to footage of them just all dying and being killed and losing every battle. And it's like, they don't really explain like the specific mechanism of what happened there, like if they hacked into all the tanks and stuff, or shut them down, or broke all the Navy ships. I don't really know.
I mean, like, I guess the soldiers just straight up can't communicate. I don't even know how he manages to see all the footage of that happening.
Yeah. Like, because the movie does also rely on everyone being able to communicate and get into all this different tech and everything.
Yeah.
What would they need to communicate? If you are in a jet fighter and you have missiles or you have guns or whatever, then your objective should just be fire what you have at the thing that's destroying us. Like,
there was,
I mean, I guess the planes just straight up crashed, so I don't know. I guess they just deleted like the whole operating system or whatever.
Yeah, some of the planes just stopped working and fell out of the sky and stuff. I guess all of them. Yeah, there was a shot where like an alien turned around really, really fast and shot at a guy, and I was sort of wondering like, oh, if they have all of the exact positions of everything, then maybe they have an easier time fighting back and stuff. But
I don't
it's
think
really
they were
just the one
shooting
shot.
Places before that point, so I guess
well, I was gonna say,
they had that.
Is all of their currently used data being sucked out? Like, is real-time data not being sucked? How is that working? I guess if the data has to go back to a data center or has to but there's got to be intermediate sources that stuff's going through that it can't possibly be sucking, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'd assume if you have a tank, I assume that like even if they communicate through Wi-Fi or whatever, or like 5G, then they can also switch to like radio or something, just in case.
Right.
That feels like something they have to have in those. So I don't know.
Well, I guess it's probably best.
We should not be trying to make out reasonings for these things to make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you talk about? Of course, an alien, they can read like all data in a way that we can't even understand, is going to be able to mess with things on a really crazy level. I mean, I think that's probably the easiest part to believe. Like, they walk around in their striders from Half-Life, and that's what we're concerned with, is that the tanks would probably still work. I don't know.
Listen, I love Half-Life, but these things are the OGs. Okay, the tripods, that's what the Striders are based on. That's what like every alien wandering machine has ever been based on. Like, War of the Worlds is like the original alien invasion story from 1892 or whatever. So
wait, was this licensed? No, I guess not, right? There's no copyright on that anymore.
It's all expired, so they're all able to just make whatever about this now.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, that would just still mean that they're basing this off of previous stuff, you know? So I don't know. I think they're probably still thinking of other things. I guess, I don't know, I guess Half-Life seems the most relatable, but maybe you're right. Maybe the original movie had them too, even though, did they? Like, I swear I saw like a War of the Worlds movie and there was like no aliens in it, and it was just like, what was that movie? Is that real? Did it have Brad Pitt? Am I crazy?
War of the Worlds without World War Z? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Is it the movie where the world stood still? I don't know.
The day the Earth stood still? That's not a World War. That's like
Keanu Reeves in that one.
Yeah.
No, that's
based on a movie from the 50s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that seems to have aliens too. What am I thinking of? I swear there was one of those movies that just didn't have aliens, and it was just like a subversion or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I watched there's a weird like French TV show called War of the Worlds, and it just has a bunch of little like Boston Dynamics robot dogs running around, and that was pretty lame.
Is that really bad? Or yeah?
It was. I kind of liked the first season, and then it went and shit the bed in the next one. But it's not like War of the Worlds, you know. It's just like an alien invasion thing.
What's it called?
that was just called War of the Worlds. It's just a TV show from like 2020 or something. So by Studio Canal.
I've seen multiple alien invasion TV shows, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't have those robots, so I guess it wasn't that one.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, there's like the 2005 War of the Worlds, I think, is what the tripods in this are most based on, probably. Because that's also Universal. They own the rights to that. They didn't reuse the designs or anything, but they're kind of close to it.
It's so weird how they show like the Universal logo and then it's like there's people talking over it or something. I was so confused.
They started playing the music before the movie even started, yeah. Like how you'd
like,
open
what?
a comedy or something, which I guess is fitting.
What is truly amazing, and something I did not realize when I started watching this movie because of the reputation it picked up, is that I did not realize this was a studio movie. Like, this was a Universal release movie that was made during the pandemic. So that's the reason why it's the way it is.
It's like that.
I have to say these kinds of movies have been done well before. There's a movie called Searching that's really good. There's a not sequel, but companion movie to that. I can't remember what it's called, but like, they have made good screen life movies where you are basically on someone's screen as they're trying to look for somebody, or they're trying to go through their information and find something. Like, this is just very poorly done.
You guys, like, I'm surprised that you guys are shitting on it so much, because I didn't hate it that much. I was wondering if I lost the ability to enjoy movies that I hated, but no, I guess I'm back. I guess I can. I enjoyed that one just fine. I enjoyed the character of the father and how he was controlling everyone, kind of, but it didn't really work. And then he's just disappointed. But then the aliens invade, and now he has to deal with all this shit.
Did you?
I thought he was cool.
Did you like the scene where he gets her to go into a Tesla robocar and has the robocar drive, and he's just watching really tense as she's like bleeding out in the back seat in the Tesla, and all the logos and stuff are there. And
I can't believe how she's telling him that he's not controlling anything when he's literally like hot wiring a Tesla for her over the internet, and you're like, you don't have control over me. What you literally do, but no.
Well,
God, I mean, so stupid.
I mean, what they're going for is he's getting a bunch of literal control over the world around him and stuff. They're all his lead hacker skills in this in the NHS, but he's also he's using that to compensate for his lack of control over like his wife dying and his kids. He's not seeing enough clearly because one of them's the lead hacker, more elite than he is, and he doesn't know. But so he's trying to compensate and stuff for his own personal issues with his crazy hacker work.
He uninstalled his kid's game, but then he didn't realize he had lead hacking skills on there. Damn.
Yeah, I think Dave is keeping up appearances and stuff. His son Dave. So he's got that game installed on like 3 more laptops that his dad doesn't even know about. So.
No, he's not gaming. He's hacking. He's literally installed the game to troll his dad and just throw him off, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. But he is actually good at the video games though, because of course that comes in handy at the end of the movie. Or his gaming skills save the day, it's just these like 20-year-old tropes that I haven't seen in movies in so long and stuff, and they're all right here.
They're all right. Yep.
Yeah.
It's all beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, this is like the kind of movie where people are just genius and they're also good at games, even though it takes like so long to get good at games.
Yeah. Maybe he's just a natural at the flight simulators or whatever, and that's that carries him through.
But then it was like the son-in-law, right, who flew that drone, or was it?
Yeah.
Was it Dave?
No, that's the son-in-law.
It was the son who's an Amazon delivery driver. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how he knows how to fly the drone because of the Amazon Prime drone delivery thing. I don't know if they even still do that. I know they did that like 5 years ago. That was a big deal.
It, but I don't think they ever actually did it. Honestly.
Okay. I think I heard they did it in like one city.
It seems like that technology would never be ready, or at least not until we got like big AI everywhere.
I don't know. I mean, it could be a thing where it's like all marketing, and they still have a guy like drive to your house, but they just make him pull out the drone for the last like step or whatever, you know?
Maybe.
What is the range of those things, Florian? Like how many miles can it go before?
Well, I guess probably not very far if they have to carry a heavy package.
Well, that's the thing. What you have to understand is that America is much more spread out than Europe. So, like, it would probably work better in Europe than it would in America.
Yeah. Well, I know
I
the
guess
It's an
cities are
American
different, but,
company,
like-
so probably not. But I mean, you'd still have it only in the towns, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, the plan was just to do it in cities and stuff. I mean, there's videos of like, you know, in Ukraine they're taking grenades with those like little consumer drones and just flying them over to blow
Oh
people
yeah,
up
they're
with,
doing
so-
that like all day. I think it's crazy how like the face of war has completely changed. It's just like drone pilots everywhere now.
Yeah, and that's something they could have had a guy with a drone blow up one of the tripods, and they never did that. So they didn't see that coming when they wrote this 5 years ago or
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised he didn't hack into one of those tripods or anything. It's quite something.
And then we could see what the aliens actually look like or something, because they never do that in this one.
Well, we see some of the tendrils, I guess.
I kind of don't mind not seeing them in this movie just because the whatchamacallits already look awful.
Well, that's true. And the little bugs
tripods look so bad.
Yeah.
Why
All
do
their
they look
stuff
bad?
looks dumb. They just...
You're asking why the tripods in this look bad, Florian?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. How did they look bad to
They
you?
look like glitchy fucking PS3 level video game
No.
things walking around.
These
they
are
do.
like
Come on,
these are like
Florian.
like a semi-hard mid-boss that you'd fight in the middle of like a Destiny match or something like that. They look so stock and basic and have just this awful uninspired art style to them, and I hate them so
What are you
much.
talking about? Why do you think that aliens would have like an inspired art style? That's crazy.
Because it's a
They would have
movie.
practical. They would have practical machines.
In you know what? You want to see a practical one? The original War of the Worlds book tripods, they are some of the coolest looking things I've ever seen as far as sci-fi. And you probably couldn't do it in a movie like this that takes place today about elite hackers. But let me show you this, okay? I'm gonna copy this for you. This is so sick, and I'm waiting for the day they do a movie with these things in it and stuff, you know? Because they got the little
those are
arms and they
pretty cool.
hold like a giant heat gun that they shoot at you.
Are those huge eyeballs with pupils? Wow.
I think they're like windows and stuff, but you know, for the sake of the art, they make them look like eyes and stuff.
I mean, they have pupils. They look
Yeah,
when
those
the
are-
gun is shooting.
Those are the little people inside, though. Those would be the little Martians and stuff. So
Those are eyeballs.
maybe for the art, they just gave them eyeballs. But you know, it's. I like that.
Oh my
okay? I
God,
like
look
these
how
things.
So
small.
cool. That's so cool. I love
Look
that.
how small
Yeah.
the people are next to it. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I love all the like wires hanging from it. Or is that the red weed?
It might be the weed. It might be. I mean, I don't know, because they need that to survive in the book. They
Weed.
need the. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
They should
Seth
remake War of the
Rogen's-
Worlds, but I was gonna say
Yeah.
Seth Rogen smokes all the red weed that they put on the planet,
Yeah, that's
Oh
how
my
they save
God.
the day.
and he asked for more.
Hmm.
Oh, you already got Joe Rogan. You can't have Seth Rogen, I guess. In
They could
this.
team up to save the world together. They could fight the info war and
Yeah, they
then
could both
fight the
together.
weed war. You know,
Wow.
a crossover podcast that saves the human race. Joe Rogan was in this at the end. He was
Yeah.
on Twitter.
Made a cameo appearance.
Yeah.
Like, how does that work? Does that count as a cameo appearance if you like include their Twitter for 5 seconds?
I bet
No,
it's like,
that would-
there's like
that would
1% of
not
their budget went to
require-
Joe Rogan for that.
Do you think they have to pay you just to display your name?
I think they must have to, like your likeness and like his
No.
brand and everything. I feel like he could sue them. You know, maybe they're counting on him just not or something. I don't know, but I think he could.
I mean, I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know how the law works, but they generally
No,
avoid
he-
doing that
like,
at all
he's-
and stuff unless they're paying these people. So
I mean, he's like a public figure. The same way South Park doesn't need to ask Trump if they can make fun of him, you know?
I mean that's true, but that's like for parody or whatever, right? This is not. They're not like parodying Joe Rogan. You know, they're not like making a political statement or commentary on. I mean, maybe a little bit, but like he's
I mean,
He's just
it's
sorta in
like
there. Same with
I
Tucker
mean, that kind of
Carlson.
stuff is in the eye of the beholder. I don't know. It's got to be legal.
Maybe. I mean, I feel like no one's gonna get sued over this. I don't think, but
Yeah.
it's strange.
Well, I guess Trump sues a lot of people. I wonder if he's going to sue South Park.
I think
Show
he
you
is
the little
planning to, or something, or
next to
threatened.
Satan.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's I think it's a yeah. I wish there was a good War of the Worlds thing that maybe it takes place in the 1800s. Maybe they update it to like the 40s or something. But it's just I like the way that it plays out. How it's just this completely insurmountable force of like these giant awful things that just kill you, and then they happen to die because they made a mistake. And that's sort of the dynamic that I like from that story.
How did they kill them?
It's crazy.
They just die from germs on Earth and stuff because they didn't know about it. Yeah.
Wow.
They got the cold. It's so funny how many fake out deaths there are in this movie at like several points.
Yeah.
Someone will appear to die from the one woman who's in this, Eva Longoria, one of the producers of John Wick.
Really?
She is like going to totally.
Okay.
She is going to investigate, I think, one of the tripods, and like a bunch of smoke goes out and they lose the connection to the call, and then later on she's just alive. And then the same thing happens with his son. So like they very clearly don't have a lot to do, so they just have to like suspend conversations and pretend that those people are dead, so then later they can call back and be like, actually I'm fine.
Yeah, his son like fakes him out on purpose because he like gets up from the computer and everything, even though he's not actually there.
He was just moving Yeah.
Yeah.
But wait, you're right. Yeah, I thought he was moving locations, but
no, he was there the whole time, and he had the fake green screen up for to pretend he was in the house,
Christ,
and he just lied to his dad and made him think he died for a minute.
Right.
For no reason.
Well, they were enemies.
They were friends. They were working together and hacking by the end of it, and hacking the planet.
Yeah, but that was before then.
No, that was after he knew he was a hacker and stuff. That was after that great reveal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think he trolled him like that? Damn.
I think he did. He must have. I mean, they wrote a fake death into the script, one of several. Yeah.
The worst one is the dad himself, because he's like dying heroically, and then like they have some kind of eulogy, and then like at some point we just randomly see him on a call again, and it's not like mentioned how he survived or whatever.
Yeah, well, he sent the email scheduled and stuff, and they do want to fake you out by giving you this nice email at the end, which he only reads like 2 lines of, and then the other characters take over reading his sad email for them, which is really fun. They couldn't pay Ice Cube to read the whole thing. But it's
I mean, of course they got like he was like the main character of the movie. It was more emotional that way. Jeez.
I think it's an extremely cheap movie, and they probably just didn't pay him to read the whole thing, and they got the less expensive actors to read the rest of it.
He does the whole movie. His face is on screen all the time.
Yeah, but I don't know. This seems like something he filmed. Like, maybe he has a green screen at home or something, and he just filmed it there. Like it's
Wow.
I don't know. Like genuinely, I think this might, like people joke about it, like fucking they brought a green screen to Harrison Ford's house for Star Wars or whatever, But it's like, I think for this one there's a good chance they just actually did have him film it at his house. I think. Like I would believe that.
The set doesn't even matter for this one, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess so. It doesn't really matter where they recorded it, if the producers came to him or if he came to them, you know.
Well, I guess like at the end he's running around the little building and stuff, I guess that would probably have to be filmed somewhere.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess that's just his government compound cosplay that he has in his house.
Yeah, he could have a bunker. Rich people get all sorts of stuff, so.
Yeah, we should bring back bunkers, especially now.
No. We should. We should just
bring back bunkers. They're all there.
Like, make
what
more.
Do you mean? No, they're not. Like, you can't even legally build a bunker anymore. You used to be able to, now you can't. It's terrible.
Is that true in the U.S.?
I'm talking here. I don't know. I mean, I mean, in the
Alright,
US,
well.
you can probably build whatever you want, I guess. So maybe you're right. Maybe you are still living in Fallout. But I mean, like the hype has died down. Nobody's building like if you film a Fallout movie in modern times, then no one is gonna buy that people wanted to live in bunkers. You know?
They did that
The
like
vault
3.
system is
No, they didn't. It's an old movie.
No,
Like,
the Fallout
no,
show came
no,
out like 3 weeks ago. Or something.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about how it plays in like an old version of the world. It's not in modern times.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's like in the 70s. It's perpetually the 70s.
No, I think Fallout's deal is that it's in like 2050, but they just had a really big 60s revival. I thought that's what it was, but I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, but no. I'm pretty sure that like the actual Cold War is what went bad.
No, but they're fighting China though, not Russia in it.
Well, I mean,
It's 2077 in the Fallout universe is when everyone got nuked. So
no, that's like really. I thought that was.
yeah.
I thought that number was when the wasteland is happening.
No, they just brought back the 60s and stuff. Really, really big.
I
You
guess
know,
the
50 years
Cold
from
War
now.
just never ended.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, it's with China now and stuff, and that I think they
Yeah.
specify. So, you know,
I guess so.
yeah,
Okay, guess I'm wrong.
yeah. But yeah, I
I
mean,
don't
you
know,
know,
I
that
still
is like an
can't
alt
imagine-
history kind of future thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Hard to imagine anyone wanting to live in bunkers now.
yeah. I mean, every now and then I'll see on TikTok there's someone who's trying to do some insane addition to their house or build like a tunnel system
Really?
underneath. Yeah, there's
Wow.
also and it's always they start out and they do some of it, and then the next like 300 videos are them complaining about the zoning laws and all the trials they're going through.
Exactly, it's impossible.
Yeah, so I don't know. You could probably get a bunker permit in some states or whatever, I'm sure, but it's been a problem for some people. So
Oh wow. Yeah, what a tragedy. Why can't we live in bunkers anymore? And people don't even want to anymore because like everyone wants to live and not just survive. Come on, why can't we prioritize surviving again? That was cool, you know.
yeah.
I want to have underground cities.
Well, it's
What's
there's
up with all the normies trying to catch some sunlight? Jeez.
Well, yeah, that's probably the main reason is you wanna be in the sun, and people aren't that paranoid about being nuked at any moment. So
They should be. Oh,
maybe they should
be better. Yeah.
I'm sure everyone who had a bunker survived this War of the Worlds here very well. This, even though I think this event only lasted like an hour and a half, like exactly as long as there are a few times where they show the clock on his desktop and it goes by like an hour or two. So maybe it's like 5 hours.
Yeah,
I'm
there
not
has
sure.
to be a couple of time skips in this.
Yeah, there was at least like 1 or 2 in there. Yeah. But they weren't that big. They weren't like multiple days or anything.
It's definitely over 10 to 12 hours, I'd say.
Yeah.
So anyways, I've seen like people mention this movie a lot, and I never realized that it was like an actual movie that is basically like a screen capture. And you mentioned like screen movie before, but I don't know if people actually realize that this is what they're gonna look at. It's just like the screen, and they actually tell a somewhat compelling story in my opinion, but I guess I'm alone. But like it's interesting that they managed to tell a story at all with just showing desktop footage. But then I guess it's similar to found footage, but I actually like it better because the desktop's actually designed to be readable, you know.
Yeah. I mean, they've done. I don't think I've actually sat down and watched Unfriended, but I've seen lots of it and stuff, clips from like reviews, and it's like that one seemed a bit more like well executed as far as just watching people's mouses move. It looked more organic and like they're actually clicking stuff, and like all these NHS programs look very fake to me, like they're just built out
Yeah,
of
like Microsoft
Adobe
Teams.
assets. Yeah.
Microsoft Teams fake fucking program.
That one's real, you know. But all the like NHS
I know.
programs he has
I'm
with like
razzing
blurry
you.
Google Street View
Yeah.
screenshots, those look all weird.
Whenever he's manipulating a drone and like right clicks and then is like the options are insane where it's just like
Yeah.
deployed to location or something.
Did you like when he there's a point where he starts screenshotting videos and he right clicks them to get the metadata, and from there he extracts like how much the aliens weigh and where they're going and what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's like
That's very funny.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
that's
is like a
totally-
child's idea of what you can do with the internet.
Well, I mean, you'd think like it would take like an AI to guess all that data, but I guess it would be pretty crazy to think that that program has that much power.
Yeah, that's another thing that because of how long this took to come out, I guess they didn't know about AI. They don't mention that really.
Well, I guess so. I guess
Yeah.
everyone's just got used to it. It's just everyone's life now.
Yeah, but you'd think they'd use it in some way. If they're using the Amazon delivery system and everything in key moments, then
Well, I guess it doesn't make sense. They can't use it because otherwise, like, the aliens would want to eat the AI and not the surveillance system. Come on. Like,
maybe.
the AI is way more impressive data-wise.
Will, you gotta ask ChatGPT what you gotta do to take down the tripod. Send it a picture, it'll analyze it. You know.
I like
some good
when he had, like, these programs that were generating passwords, just like back in the day when we used to like crack software, you know. It's just like, generate your license key here.
Yeah, and
Uh,
somehow
that's-
it but it's
That's
like
impossible
that's
now, right?
it just the machine just guessed her password like immediately. I don't know how that would even work or what it
No,
like-
it guessed, like, it generated a master password. I don't know. I guess it's some kind of backdoor or a hack. I don't know.
do they I mean maybe, I guess. Like Windows
Yeah,
could do that. I don't know if they'd let them do that, but
Well, it was on Zoom. I guess it would have been specifically for Zoom in that case. He hacked into like the president's live stream at some point, and he just generated a general password for Zoom.
I think he was
could I
invited
forget?
to the president.
Yeah, I think he was invited to one of the
Yeah.
meetings, but then near the end, I think
they kicked him out, and then
Oh.
he
Yeah, near the end, he definitely gate crashes a Zoom.
Okay.
But I have to mention Clark Gregg is in this movie, and he plays Coulson in the Avengers movies, and then in Agents of Shield.
He's the
And
bad guy.
He is just so funny. Yeah, he's kind of the bad guy. He's just so funnily kind of just disconnected from this movie. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Just the way he
everyone's-
delivers all of his. Everyone is incredibly disconnected. It's very funny.
Yeah. I wonder if
But
they had
what
them
I
at least on
what
like,
I want is for him to be able to do cameos and Cameo, the
yeah.
application or site where you record short videos. They can record short videos and be exactly like their characters because they're recording on an iPhone or whatever. And
Yeah.
it'll look like he can just pretend to be his character, and that's all you need to do because that's all this movie is.
Mm-hmm. He can
if
be
only it
Briggs
got popular,
forever.
so that this would be something people
Mhm.
want to do.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you're gonna cameo anyone in this, it's got to be Ice Cube and get more of his like reactions and stuff because just the faces he
Uh-huh.
makes into that webcam and stuff are very, very
Yeah.
fun.
hmm
Yeah, it's pretty.
He's
hilarious.
already being considered for a worst actor.
Oh, he's
What?
gonna sweep the Razzies, dude, and he deserves to for this one. Yeah.
Wow. Like he genuinely played someone with autism. Okay, he did it really well. You guys are just haters and ableists. All right.
Wow.
I don't think he was meant to have autism. I think he's just.
He's a
He's just a
hacker. He's
weird
gotta
guy.
have autism.
I don't. I think this
He
is
has
just
hacked
someone's
and
idea of
faced
what
autism.
like a really caring NSA parent is like. They hack into your fridge and they tell you to eat more eggs. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that never came back. He should have said, "Oh, you got this thing in your fridge that we can use as medicine."
Yeah.
Should have redeemed the fridge hack.
Mm. I will say
Oh, well.
it is kind of neat how many things they find to be useful, you know, like it does hack the Tesla car. He doesn't just sit there watching most of the time. He's like always typing something to make something activate and work for him, so
hmm
The puppet master. Yep.
yeah. Which if you're going to make a character like this and have him exist in your movie as your main character, at least he's pretty active in the plot, so
The rebellion turn in this movie is so fucking funny. Just because throughout the movie, his kid is trying to get him to see the truth that they've been stockpiling all of this data and.
Yeah, and that lured the aliens here.
Yeah, that's what lured the aliens, is that they were misusing data.
Yeah,
and
so stupid. It's like, oh, there's so much data. That's when the aliens come. It's like, oh yeah, we can't use surveillance because then we'll generate too much data for aliens. God, it's like the understanding of technology is so hilarious. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. Like, watch out. We can never have this surveillance system. Also, we can never like build a hard drive that is beyond a certain size, or otherwise the aliens will invade and it'll be our fault somehow.
Yeah, did you ever see the Linus Tech Tips thing where he makes the petabyte of storage and he just has like 1,000 terabyte hard drives just all lined up together in a big thing? He's gonna fucking bring them here any day now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, indeed. He definitely beats all the data centers, right?
Yeah.
How much data is on YouTube?
Oh,
I guess
God.
It's like, is it a petabyte every second?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
I'm sure it's more. It's way more than 1 petabyte. Because if Linus is using 1 petabyte,
per second.
Then, oh yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, how many servers do they have?
YouTube has 10 plus exabytes, which is 10,000 petabytes. Yeah, so.
Dang.
Oh, well, I guess it's not 1 per second yet then.
Their orders
There
are
should be a
magnitude
movie
up.
about. There should be a movie about someone like in the far future, like carrying a giant hard drive on their back. And
With
the end
all
of the
of
movie
YouTube.
is like, this is all of YouTube.
Yeah. This is the complete repository of human information.
And they, yeah, and at the end of the movie, they re-upload everything, and then a kid like goes and watches a PewDiePie video. And that's
They're studying it to get cultural context for the world before and stuff like that.
Yeah, can you imagine future archaeologists and then they just have access to all of the data all of the time and there's no mystery about our current age ever.
Yeah, that is going to be a very useful tool if the internet survives and stuff. I think it's going to become like a whole issue where instead of going into old libraries in the UK or whatever and sifting around for books from the 1500s, you gotta just like figure out how to access these websites and run fucking Wikipedia's like old ass search systems and stuff like that. Like that's going to become the issue.
The Wayback Machine will be the bread and butter of all archaeologists. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah. If they don't get it shut down.
It will be this esteemed website that everyone uses, better than Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but I mean, what else do we have to say about this War of the Worlds? I guess, I mean, for me, I'm waiting for the day they make a really good War of the Worlds adaptation, because I like the book, and I like the story, and I like the iconography of it. You know, the aliens in it are so cool.
one is pretty good.
It's not bad, but they changed the aliens.
I know it's not a direct adaptation. But...
Yeah. I mean, they get a lot of the good scenes and stuff. They have like the boat scene in there, and that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I should watch that.
Yeah, when they're swallowing all those people up into the big cages and
I like that they have big cages on their backs and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's I mean, what I like the Martian design in the book and stuff, because they're so useless. They're like these dumb. They just talk about them like brains on little tentacle legs and stuff, and they have trouble breathing and existing in like the Earth's atmosphere and everything, and they sort of imply that they were like on their last legs on Mars and stuff, and they came kind of desperately, and that's why they're all
it was a
fucked up.
desperation play to come here.
Yeah, it was like their final attempt to like keep surviving and stuff, and that I think is a very interesting dynamic that they just have never done, you know.
They ran all out of data on Mars. Wow.
The data thing is a unique aspect to this movie, I think. That didn't show up in the 1800s book.
Wow. Yeah, maybe then they saw furry inflation and then they died, you know. they couldn't comprehend the horrors that awaited them.
That could have been one of the ways they updated it. Yeah, just all the data poisons them. They eat Twitter and they just fucking explode.
They get a hold of 4chan and they like start jerking off.
Yeah.
Just the tentacles.
They get really
wow.
racist.
And then all the anime becomes real, all the hentai. Wow.
Was that a tripod in your background, Florian? Are you gonna get blown up?
It's gonna suck my data. Damn.
It's gonna steal all the games.
No. My cube game.
The cube game's never coming out because the aliens are gonna eat it. They're gonna send the little bugs into your computer. This is a good movie. I'm really glad that this came out, and I'm glad that people have responded to it, because I really hope that it's gonna be like a Sony situation and we can trick them into making a sequel. Just like we got them to, like with Sony, they all the memes convinced them to put Morbius back in theaters.
Morbius.
But they didn't make a sequel.
Well,
They failed.
but with this though, I'm sure this movie budget probably no more than $5 million. I'm sure they could make a sequel for very cheap, and they might if we can convince them. So that'd be cool.
I mean, we all had a great time with it, right? So I guess there's no issue.
Yeah, I would watch another one. They've made a few sequels to War of the Worlds where it's like 100 years later, we've used all their tech and stuff and we've got it all set up. They did the same sort of thing with Independence Day when they made that sequel.
Wow.
Oh my god, imagine a movie that's 100 years later, and then we get like a vision of what the computers will be like in 100 years.
Yeah, and then the aliens, they come back and they want more data and stuff, but we've got better defenses to fight them back. We've trained all sorts of hackers to get into all of everything and take them down.
Do you think the computers will just be like 100% Neuralink, and everyone could just think instantly and do things that they want to do in the computers?
And maybe that's one way to go with it. So.
Wow. And then the aliens really want that data.
Yeah, if they start hacking into the people's brains, and you get creepy scenes where they're on the Zoom call, and then they start glitching out. Their faces go all weird, and then they start working for the aliens.
That would be good.
That'd be so cool.
I guess that might bloat the budget a little, but whatever.
Yeah. They use the After Effects data mosh tool a lot. Maybe they actually data moshed it. I'm not sure, but it looks like a fake version of it. Oh, it's right. It's like an effect where you glitch it out, and it makes the you delete the P frames or something, and it makes them all act weird and carry over color data from other frames in weird ways.
That was pretty nasty, yeah.
Yeah. And it's a real glitch effect that they used. It's not like a fake glitch where it just turns all CRT colors or something. So it's at least a real digital effect.
I mean, it's still trying to. It's still mostly the actual people that are hit, I guess. So I don't know. It's pretty magical how that works.
Yeah. I mean, the tripods just make them all data mosh and stuff. I think they use that a lot to hide a bunch of cuts and stuff too throughout. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because that's a really easy thing you can do. That's a classic analog horror technique, as well as you just stop the thing.
Yeah, I guess you got all your favorite stuff from all those other horror movies, Basically like found footage, but on a screen. Well, I definitely prefer this to found footage, so I guess that's cool.
I don't know how you can hate found footage. It's it might be my favorite format, is just watching old videos. It's so cool.
It's lazy.
I wish there was a true found footage War of the Worlds, where or maybe even something like this, but without Ice Cube in it, where you're just going between this guy's posted a new Twitter post and it's a video where he's grieving over his dead family who got vaporized or something. And
how could you? Ice Cube was the best part about this. It's crazy.
I mean, he was, but if we were hypothetically, if this were to be a good movie,
wow,
in a traditional sense, I think it could be neat to see all the just have it play out from a bunch of different perspectives and stuff.
Why not Ice Cube?
Because he's not good at acting in a serious role, and I don't think this movie was trying to be that serious, even if it were really well executed and stuff. But still, it's he's not a he's just not a great actor.
Into some of the ridiculousness here.
I think it was meant to be a pretty light sci-fi. I think they wanted the tone of a Marvel movie where there can be stakes and stuff, but people are still going to
Horrible.
joke and stuff. You know, it's not going to be too serious, I think, is what they wanted it to be.
I like when the whole fate of the world was resting upon this disgusting homeless person to flip over the drone so it could continue
Yeah.
flying.
Yeah, they fucking they try to call him out. I don't know how they talk to him through like a mic on the thing. Oh no, they text him. They just hack in his phone and they text him and tell him to flip the drone, and he's like, no. And they promise him a new computer, and he's like, what? So they can spy on me? And then they send him an Amazon gift card for $1,000, and then he does it for them and saves the day.
Yeah, like you're already using a phone. Why wouldn't you want a better phone/computer?
Yeah,
Jeez.
I mean that did probably confirm like every paranoid idea that he's ever had about the government spying on him. You know, if they fucking hack into his phone right when they have no choice but to do so, you know, and make it apparent to him. Yeah, it's very funny.
It was so silly how like he's this government agent who spies on everyone, and it seems like he's mostly just abusing his power to spy on his kids. But then there's this whole Goliath network that's even above him, and it's spying on everyone, and he doesn't even have a clue. Like that's such a stupid concept.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the real functional difference is between the Goliath thing and what he already has.
Well, I guess it was like satellites. They probably would have spied on everything. I don't know. Wouldn't have bird drones. Who knows?
Oh yeah, they did show the satellite picture whenever they tried to talk about it and stuff. It's just the one picture of satellites in the sky. But you know, it's like I just don't see the difference if he can already like get it. Like if he can type in on his computer your name and then it'll just automatically pick up whatever security camera and like follow you around and everything and give him a clear view. Like that's already like unprecedented, insane level of surveillance, you know. So
yeah, it's all hacked. But it's so crazy to think like, oh, this is how the government works. They hired like all kinds of lead hackers to spy on you, and then they created this even better system of surveillance that's spying on them and also you. Wow, that's so good. Let's definitely create a lot of redundant systems for absolutely no reason. What Ice Cube wasn't trustworthy enough, so they had to spy on him.
yeah. I mean, in the news, there's the Palantir thing, and the big deal with that is that not that they don't already have a lot of this data and stuff, but it's just that they collect it all in one specific spot and give like a bunch of people access to it and stuff. Like it's not, you know, there's not like one department that has your social security and another department that has your address and your like health history and stuff. It's like a universal registry, and that was sort of the issue people were talking about for
Palantir a
that.
government thing? I thought Palantir was like a private business.
It's Peter Thiel's like private company, yeah, but they were hiring him to make the whole list of every person and all their data all at once. So,
wow, epic.
yeah, you know, it's which is I don't think this is
data.
great. They probably shouldn't do that, but
Wow.
yeah.
Are you agreeing with the message of this movie that we have too much surveillance? Jeez.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know, I think they did try to come at this with a social commentary angle, you know, and all that. It's kind of a Bush era kind of thing, I think, more so than something people care about anymore. But that's mostly because they just sort of are used to it now, I think. You know.
Yeah, remember when Batman had everyone's phone camera and then he deleted the technology even though he really needed it in the next movie?
I don't remember that, honestly.
In the Dark
Which one
Knight?
is that?
What would he have used it for in the next movie? What?
What, to fight
It's the end of the
Bane?
Dark Knight when.
Oh.
Yeah, in the
What
Dark
would he have
Knight,
done with everyone's camera footage to fight Bane? Just show where
I'm
Bane
pretty sure-
is?
I mean, he definitely could have used it. Come on. The whole point was that it's too much power, okay? So, yeah, he could have used that power.
I mean, Bane, I know they turned everybody's cell phones into fucking cameras or some shit, but like, I'm sure that Bane could have like turned off some kind of electrical grid that controls that system, and then
I
suddenly
mean, he wouldn't even know that Batman has that system.
I don't even remember this
Yeah, but
like subplot from the Dark Knight at all.
Batman is like out of the country. He's like getting healed by rope in the
he's hanging there.
the pit.
Yeah,
he's just hanging there.
Yeah, well, he probably would have never gotten his back broken if he had that surveillance system. Okay.
If he had seen Bane coming and stuff. You know, I mean, that's a fight he took willingly, I thought.
He went into that trap though. Yeah, he purposely was like, I can do this.
It was his hubris that done him in Dark Knight Rises. Yeah.
I was wondering what would break first, your spirit or your body.
That's gonna be a fun one when we get there on
I can't wait.
on the Bat show.
Indeed, yeah, you'll be so starved for good Batman when the Dark Knight comes. That's gonna be orgasmic.
Oh god, yeah. If we do like Birds of Prey
gonna
and
be
Suicide
starved.
Squad and shit, that might actually look really nice by comparison.
Yeah, you didn't know how good you had it.
That's possible. That might be a case. You know, there's a few movies like that, like Spider-Man 3 and Pirates 3, where it's like people hated those when they came out, but they're really not that bad in retrospect now that we've
They're
had
so good. It's
some of this other
crazy.
shit.
The Pirates franchise is so good.
Yeah,
Man, I hope they come
that's
back.
like they were like pissed off that movie was like a 7 out of 10 instead of like a 9 or 10, which is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
That movie is fine. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I don't know how they could have improved it. Even like it's just like silly pirate stuff. Like what do you expect?
I remember it being a little long, but like I don't. There's a lot of characters and shit going on. So
I mean, I like when it's long.
yeah, I mean, no one's ever complained that an amazing movie was too long. You know, I guess some people do for like the Batman, but you know, that's fine.
Yes, the amazing movie, The Batman.
Well, yeah.
Okay, well, people,
Everyone loves the Batman.
People complain that the Lord of the Rings is too long. Okay, you're wrong.
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever heard anyone
they
complain
do.
that the original Lord of the
they
No,
Rings.
fucking
people
do.
definitely people definitely complain about those, man. Like especially
Yeah.
the last one. People saying there's like 10
there's
endings,
too many
and
endings
it's like
is the thing they
Yeah,
say. Yeah, but
that one-
that's it. You know, and they don't complain about the extended one or anything. They do complain about this for
Well,
the
yeah,
Hobbit, but that's
because
because
it's
no good.
optional. They could just get the normal one because they already think it's too long,
Yeah.
and then they
I
can.
really
miss
want to
out.
rewatch the theatricals of Lord of the Rings, just because I always watch the extended versions. But I hear that the original theatricals are kind of better movies.
No, I mean probably. I've
I mean,
never
they're
actually
not-
seen the whole
I
extended
mean, they
ones.
can't be better. There's just less of them. Like if you take any movie and you cut out like the scenes that you like least, is that a better movie or is it just better because you're impatient?
Well, you know, tighter pacing and
It
stuff.
could
You know,
be
you
better
don't get
paced,
bored of
could
it.
be- yeah,
Yeah.
I'm never bored in those movies, but
Well, yeah, they're
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
they're
the,
nice
the point
worlds
of an
to be in.
extended cut is that you want more of it. Like, it's still gonna be the same movie, but there's more of it.
yeah.
But yeah, people like especially
like there's a lot of
younger
extra
people-
Boromir stuff in Two Towers and Return of the
Yeah.
King that like
Yeah.
I would not lose that stuff personally.
Yeah,
It helps with Faramir. Faramir's kind of boring without that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta have Sean Bean as much as you can.
And Sauron,
Yeah, you gotta get
Saruman's
the
like
beam
whole
machine in
thing
there.
where he actually dies, which that's so weird
Yeah.
that's just not in.
That's
the thing.
insane. It's so insane to me that they don't even like mention how he died or
Yeah.
talk about what his fate was. He's like a secondary villain throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, that is very.
Well, I mean,
strange.
it doesn't fit super well at the start of the third movie, right? But I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but then they should have just done it at the end of the second movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think him falling off the tower onto the spike would be a particularly good ending to any movie. Unless he
it'd be
sings
great.
the song, obviously. Like with the troll
Yeah.
song, it's the pure keynote, but yeah.
Yeah.
They should cut away from Helm's Deep like right before Gandalf is about to arrive, and like it's fucking Saruman falling to his death, and then suddenly, actually, they should have Gandalf like teleporting to the top of the tower and pushing him off.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I guess the only other thing to talk about for War of the Worlds, I think, is the scene where he actually joins forces with his son and he gets invited into the hacker group, and all the other hackers are like super mad that he's there,
Yeah.
which is fun.
mean,
I
yeah.
It's so funny, man.
I like that they're so mad in the middle of this like world-ending crisis and stuff. They're like
He was
pissed
just
that he brought
blowing
the
them up
Sinister
a day
guy.
ago.
I mean, he was, But I feel like you gotta set everything aside.
Priorities right now.
Yeah, in this world, China and North Korea and Japan and Russia and the U.S. and the whole wide world, they all came together in 20 minutes to fight the aliens. So I think these hackers can fucking loosen their standards. What do you mean
they came together? They like Russia doesn't come together. They just followed along with the strategy to kill the aliens. They didn't contribute.
They said they all worked together and stuff. They literally said the whole world set aside their differences to fight. So
I mean, I don't think that Russia contributed in any way, or maybe China.
They sent all their like 40-year-old soldiers that they have left, I'm sure. You know?
Yeah, to defend their own cities, not to help the other cities, not to advance the technology.
But they were coordinating with all. I think that's why the data was a problem, was because they were all coordinating with their information, and then the data got eaten, and they all died. So.
Oh no! Rip.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah. You know, it was a very, very nice moment for humanity there.
I guess it was pretty unrealistic then, because I guess Russia would definitely rather die than work together.
Yeah. I get the feeling it would not, they would not come together in 20 minutes, but this isn't a 90-minute movie, so,
I mean, I guess, I don't know. I guess if there's literal, like, space striders that kill everyone, then maybe, but I don't know.
I truly have no idea. I think there would be, like, more aliens in one country than the other, and they'd, like, start making demands and stuff. The ones who were, like, free of it for this, like, right now, they would start making the demands, is my guess, but I don't know.
What demands?
Like fucking like, oh, you gotta lift your fucking tariffs on us, or we're not gonna help you not get blown up by aliens. Like, I feel like it would get very stupid if this happened in real life, but
maybe.
Yeah.
Wow.
But is there anything else to go over before we sign off on the War of the Worlds?
Well, I guess we hardly even talked about, like, the Amazon boyfriend.
Yeah.
That Ice Cube is always mad when the boyfriend is in the picture.
He's very mad. He's a scrawny little white boy, and he's very upset with him about it, yeah. But
yeah.
That he was played by Roderick from Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
I literally watched those movies just recently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, he became an Amazon driver. What a life!
Yeah, that's what he's. That's why he got the roles, because that's all he's been doing.
Pretty realistic for Roderick, yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. He painted over the loaded diaper thing on his van with the Amazon logo, and he just started doing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then they had a Grandpa Shark shirt for him. That was cool. I wish they had played the Baby Shark song. That would have been really good. Yeah. That would have really brought the whole movie together.
Yeah, it seemed like they were angling for a Baby Shark reference, but they never really made it. They never quite got there.
Like, those shirts were the reference.
Yeah, but they only showed all the Grandpa and Mommy Shark and NASA, like, best friend shark shirts and stuff. They never showed the Baby Shark shirt.
Wow. I mean, it's pretty clear the reference. But
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, maybe they didn't get the rights to Baby Shark. I don't know.
They didn't get the rights. Wow.
Who knows? Yeah. But
I guess they only got off-brand sharks. Damn.
Yeah. But anyway, Florian, before we end off, what do you have to plug for us this week?
Well, I still haven't finished that Rick and Morty thing. Goddamn, pretty lazy, but hopefully I'll eventually get to it. Who knows? Or maybe I'll have forgotten.
Will you have it done by the 28th or whenever this comes out?
I hope so.
Like the 31st.
Bring this out sooner. Gotta release this soon.
No, this is going to be very irrelevant, okay? Because the next one's coming out on the weekend, and it's got to be the 50th one, so this has to be 51st.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah.
That's what you get for schedules.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. But Rich, what do you have to plug for us before we end off?
You can find me on Letterboxd, Revan138. I've been watching Criterion movies, so I recently watched Rashomon. That was a very, very good movie. Most people know about that, though.
Hell yeah.
What's it called?
Rashomon.
Russian Mom? Crush Your Mom? What did you
Rashomon. It's like a Japanese title.
Rashomon, it's a location. Yeah.
Okay, I guess, yeah. Japanese words never work, do they?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a Kurosawa movie. Yeah. They put Godzilla vs. Biolantes on there now, and like half of the Heisei ones.
Hell yeah.
That'll
Oh
be
my
good.
god.
They got to get the rest of
Wow.
them and put out a collection like they did for the first
Really?
ones.
Criterion, Godzilla, Jesus.
Yeah, they're classic, you know?
Oh, so classic, wow.
They are. We watched one last time, and it was super classic.
It was not impressive.
I mean, that one is the 15th one, you know? So maybe not quite as good as the first one.
Yeah, I can't imagine the first one being that good either. Oh, well.
It's very good. I'm going to see Shin Godzilla later today, actually.
Hell
in
yeah.
theaters, because they're doing that.
It's theaters?
Alright.
Wow.
Yeah, they're putting it back, I think, because the last one did so well.
Ah, well, I mean, damn. I would probably like to watch a dubbed version of that, but also I guess like only the first half is interesting, where he's like an embryo or whatever, or like a disgusting, massive, rising flesh. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they
I love that.
have dubbed it in a bunch of languages or not. I'm sure by now they have.
I think they have. Yeah.
It's going on HBO Max too later, so
Real
I mean,
good movie. I really like Shin Godzilla.
yeah.
I mean, they probably dubbed it, but it's always hard to find the dubs. You know, like if you're watching your local TV, you'll probably see it dubbed
Probably, yeah.
if it ever goes there.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and remember to stay ice cubed
Join the rebellion.
and join
Stay
the rebellion.
indoors because there's aliens. Watch
Yeah.
out.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.